Hello there, and welcome to another edition of the Floodgate Buzz Report. In today's segment, we're going to highlight what has been an absolute flurry of activity from around the wound and tissue space over the last 45 days. This segment is jam-packed with a ton of exciting news involving recent mergers, acquisitions, IPOs, new product launches, and an FDA approval. Let's dive right in. Our first highlight actually landed on our Buzz Report a few months ago, but only as a rumor. We can now officially confirm that the French-owned OrganoMedical will merge with SteadMed in an attempt to become a leading player in the advanced wound care space here in the US. We caught up with Michael Steadman after the announcement, and he told us that this merger is a perfect synergy that retains all the elements that made SteadMed great, but now adds access to capital and a complementary product portfolio that has recently become a market share leader in Europe. Both companies are now exponentially stronger as a result of this merger. Number 2, and this is another one that had been rumored to hit for quite a while, but finally came through a few weeks ago. Avita Medical receives FDA clearance to market the first spray-on skin treatment for burns. This is a huge development in the burn space, which has seen very little advancement over the last decade. RECELL uses small amounts of a patient's skin cells at the point of care in a treatment that takes less than 30 minutes and starts the healing process much more quickly than other modalities. It will be exciting to see how Avita leverages the momentum around this launch. Number 3, Medline finally gets into the regenerative space with the launch of Corius. We couldn't find a whole lot of information out about this product launch and couldn't get anyone from Medline to call us back to give us a scoop, so we're just going to have to watch as they roll out their commercialization strategy for this product. Our fourth story is about a really cool startup being run by a longtime member of the wound industry, Barry Wolfison, who used to lead the Dermasciences Advanced Wound Care Organization before the company was acquired by Integra Life Sciences. Do you remember all that hype coming out of Canada a few years ago about that cutting-edge new product called Wound Check? Well, after speaking with Barry last week, I believe that Sano Diagnostics could very well be the first true point-of-care diagnostic wound care product here in the US, which would help caregivers detect key issues with chronic wounds earlier than they ever have before. The product is not commercially available yet, but they are making great progress and are definitely a company to watch. Number 5 is simply a rumor, but we understand that Medela is about to announce a very significant joint venture or partnership very soon that should make waves in the wound care industry. We will report back on this in our next Buzz Report if and when it becomes official. Number 6, and this may seem a little less exciting than some of the other announcements, but it will have major effects on the product companies, caregivers, and patients as the effects begin to trickle down. Of course, I'm talking about the Healogics announcement from last month that outlined a major change to the hyperbaric revenue platform and a number of other changes, including what looks like maybe near sole source product agreements with Integra, BSN, Solsus, and a private label agreement with Dermarite. It will be fun to watch Barbara Osborne and her team at Dermarite as they parlay this big win into other wins over the coming years. Number 7, and I get a kick out of this one, but Smith & Nephew is restructuring again. It sounds like this time they're attempting to organize themselves for a more focused approach on the full product portfolio, which seemed to be working really well a few years ago before they restructured to the current setup. But here's the good news. If this reorg doesn't work, there will likely be another one right around the corner. At number 8, we have the Danish giant Coloplast, who has been quietly growing under the radar for the last several years, but is now poised to break out with a national sales force expansion and several new product launches in addition to a few technology platform rollouts. Keith Johnson, head of sales for the US Wound and Skincare Business Unit, recently told us that their 2 newest products, Biotane Silicone with 3D Fit technology and Easy Cleanse, are already seeing a tremendous amount of interest from large IDNs around the country. And based on what we saw during our headquarter visit last year, this is definitely a company we'd bet on as a growth company here in the States over the next 10 years. They've been intentional about developing a culture that resonates with their employees, customers, and the patients who use their products, and the company is enjoying the benefits of those investments. Number 9, I recently spoke with a co-founder and CTO for Tissue Analytics, Josh Budman. Talk about some super smart guys who, in my opinion, are in the right spot at the right time with the right product. They've developed some of the coolest software to hit the wound space in a very long time. Theirs is the only product on the market to fully automate the collection of wound measurements on top of instantly recording the percentage of tissue colors present in the wound bed. When I asked Josh about the future of the product and the category at large, he suggested that no one company will win this war all by themselves. He went on to say that it will likely be a group of like-minded companies who come together with the right combination of hardware, software, AI, EMR integration, data, and clinical insight to truly see what is possible in the world of wound healing. Keep an eye on these guys. They are definitely a company to watch. And number 10 is a big one. OrganoGenesis merges with Avita. We desperately wanted to share this announcement in our last Buzz Report, but had to wait. We can now officially celebrate the news and watch what OI will do as they move to accelerate their mission of providing innovative and integrated healing solutions that substantially improve medical outcomes and the lives of patients while lowering the overall cost of care. These are exciting times for the folks up in Canton. Well, that does it for this segment. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like it, share it, and comment on it below. We will report back with additional highlights as they happen. See you next time.